Nikola Jokic just made NBA history by becoming the first player to ever finish a game with 30 points, 20 rebounds, and 20 assists. It was one of the greatest performances I've ever seen, and he's yet again proving that he's the modern-day Wilt Chamberlain. Jokic is the Denver Nuggets offense, and this game showed what it looks like when everything goes perfectly. If he wasn't scoring himself, then he was able to find an open teammate every time. He ended the night with a total stat line of 31 points, 21 rebounds, and 22 assists, literally video game numbers. Plus, he had 3 steals, shot 60% from the field, and only had 4 turnovers. That makes him only the 3rd player to ever have 2 triple-doubles in the same game, and it's kinda crazy that Westbrook was a part of 2 of them. He accounted for 83 of the team's points, and none of his stats were even forced. This man had a 30-20-20 game just within the flow of the offense. That's unbelievable. He had a triple-double with over 10 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, then proceeded to get another triple-double. The 22 assist part blows my mind. He didn't just stop at 20, and that's also a career high for him. That's actually the most assists for a center in a single game ever. And as you can tell from this picture, Jokic has completely taken over that category. The way he reads the floor is almost one of a kind. We've literally never seen a center do what he's doing. But to get 22 assists, you also have to credit the rest of the Nuggets for making their shots. They ended an overtime game shooting almost 59% from the field and 52.5% from 3. They shot 21 for 40 from 3 as a team. I don't know if you guys truly understand how insane that really is. The league average right now is just under 47% from the field and 36% from 3. With Jokic on the team, it's pretty easy to see why they're leading the entire league in total shooting percentage. Defense was another story, but that offense was clicking on all levels. It was honestly just a crazy game in general. I mean, the final score was 149-141. On top of the historic performance from Jokic, Christian Braun hit a 3 that everyone thought was the game winner just for KD to tie it up at the buzzer. The whole thing felt like a movie, and you can't even truly appreciate what he did just by watching the highlights. I also don't think I've ever seen one single game shift the MVP odds as much as this one. Shai is having a great year and deserves to get an MVP for the season he's having. Unfortunately though, Jokic exists. And you can't tell me there's any player more valuable to their team right now than him. You could argue that this should be his 5th MVP in a row. This game was Jokic's Heisman moment, or I guess MVP moment. And honestly, we should have seen it coming as soon as we saw Bol and Mason Plumlee guarding him. The Suns didn't even try any of those complex schemes to stop him and even left him one-on-one way more than they ever should have. They already have a bad defense, and Jokic absolutely picked them apart. It was one of those games where everything offensively for the Nuggets went right. And I think it's hilarious that while everyone agrees Jokic's performance was unreal, nobody's really surprised that he did it. I say this every time he has one of these historic games, but people are actually desensitized to the numbers he's putting up. Seriously, look at these stat lines. These are just from this season too. This isn't normal. Some players' greatest games ever are a nightly stat line for him. And don't be shocked when you see a Jokic movement with centers coming into the NBA. Instead of every big man wanting to be like KD, they should want to be more like Jokic. Getting the ball in the post for him is just the start of the offense. It's games like this where he proves he's the best player in the league and can do things nobody else in the NBA can do. And pretty soon, we'll be talking about him as one of the best players of all time. I mean, he did just turn 30. This can't go on for much longer, right? Let me know in the comments what you think about Nikola Jokic's performance, and please leave a like on the video to support the channel. Also, subscribe if you're new for more basketball videos just like this one.